Hey guys, it's Cindy from Living Rich with Coupons. How is everybody today? Today is Tuesday, February 9th, and I'm going to welcome all of you guys as you start coming on in. Welcome. I see you all starting to come in. So glad you are joining us. It's snowy day again here in New Jersey. I am kind of done with the winter already. I'm ready for spring. Mostly, I want to just plant my garden. Good morning, Jennifer. How is everybody? Hope everybody's well. Thank you for all coming in today. Today is Happy Fat Tuesday, and we have a really great recipe on the site for chicken and sausage gumbo. So if you want to cook that up for Fat Tuesday, we'll post the recipe on here so that you guys can check it out. And not only is it Fat Tuesday, it's National Pizza Day. So like all these food holidays today. And we also have a great creative pizza recipes post, and Megan will post that up for you too. So happy Fat Tuesday, happy National Pizza Day. If it's up to me, I'm gonna go for the pizza. I love pizza. Anyway, today, good morning everybody. Megan just posted the Fat Tuesday gumbo recipe if you're interested in. Good morning, hello everybody. Thank you all for coming in today. I hope the weather is well by you. Instead, by me, it's snowy. But today, it's bagel day too. It is. I love bagels. But today we are going to be talking about how to save on meat. And I think, thank you, Marcia. I'm glad you're loving the videos. I'm loving talking to you guys. I love that I can get my information out there so that I can help in any way possible. But today we're going to be talking about saving on meat. And I happen to love this topic because one of the comments I get so often is, well, you're saving on all this other stuff. I can only have so much shampoo. Let me really see how you're going to save on meat. And I'm like, there are tons of ways to save on meat. Plus, what I always tell people is don't knock couponing because we got so many deals on health and beauty aid products and cleaning supplies. That's huge savings right there. Saving on all of that stuff frees up lots of money for you to spend on your meat and produce purchases, which is the way I look at it. And, you know, I'm happy to maybe splurge on more organic meats from time to time because I'm saving so much money on this other stuff. So I always tell people, couponing is awesome. Save on the things that you can and where you can spend it on on another area like meat. But there are so many great ways to save. The first thing I'm going to tell you with saving on meat is to make sure you know your price points. That's very important. If you have no clue what you should be spending or what is a good low price for you, then make sure you start paying attention to that. It's hard for me to give that a blanket price point because there's so many people all across the country and prices vary greatly. For instance, for me, chicken breast, boneless chicken breast, not organic, is $1.99 a pound or less. So if I can get it for $1.99 a pound or less, I'll stock up on it. Usually I stock up more when I can grab it for $1.79 a pound, which happens quite a bit. But again, those prices change from state to state depending upon shipping and what kind of farming you have in that area. So, you know, $1.99 or $1.79 might be an awesome price for me, and or it might be more than what maybe you can get in your state. So the point is to know those price points so you know when is a good time to stock up on your meat purchases. Also, contrary to popular belief, there are coupons for meat. They're not as often and as many of them as other types of food and health and beauty aid products, but there are coupons. For instance, right now there is $1.50 off pork chops, which is an awesome coupon, and it's still available. And I'll have Megan put up a link to the coupon so that if you haven't printed it yet, you can take advantage of it. But there you go. It's a great coupon. There's always Purdue coupons around. You can always grab them, and we're always posting them. So what I recommend with these coupons is to buy the smallest pack to get the biggest bang for your buck. For instance, when I did a Rachel Ray episode where I had to do buy food for a bunch of meals, and I saved so much money on the shopping trip. And one of my tricks was there was a Purdue chicken coupon. I think it was 75 cents off, and it doubled. So it was $1.50 off, and I was buying chicken wings, chicken drumsticks, and the smallest packages, and I bought 4 of them. So I paid like next to nothing for chicken for the shopping trip. So that was pretty awesome. So keep that in mind when you have coupons and you're using them, to use them on the smallest packages to get the biggest bang for your buck. Also, Target right now, if you don't know it, has $5 off 25 meat. So you can get this from the circular, and you can also get it by texting MEAT, MEAT, to 827438. And you can get it on your phone. You can get it like an instant message or a text message on your phone. So you can use coupons with this as well. And if you have the pork coupon, buy a package of pork, use your 5 off 25 and your pork coupons to stack it up as well. So that's another great way to save. Another thing that I love doing is, and I know you guys are all posting questions and comments and stuff, so I'll make sure I'll be looking at that in a little bit. But I want to keep going on what some of my tips are. Another way I love to save is on manager specials meat. This is the first thing I do when I go into the grocery store, even if I had no intention of buying meat that day. I head over to the manager specials section, or if you don't have a special section in your store, I look for those tags throughout the meat counters. And that is really just meat that is going to, their sell by date is either that day or the next day. And for me, I'm either going to cook it right away or I'm going to freeze it right away. So it really doesn't matter if it's the sell by date is tomorrow or the next day. Just make sure it looks good. You know, sometimes I've come across manager specials that look like they've been sitting there for a week. But you'll see and you'll know when it's looks like it's a good meat. Still looks good. And majority of the time it is. And I stock up all the time on manager special meats. So if you're not sure if they have a special time, they tag their meats as manager special, just go to the butcher in your store and ask them. They'll tell you that, you know, we do it on every Monday, or we do it every day at 8 o'clock in the morning, or whatever the case may be. So this way you can kind of get an idea when you might want to stop by and take a look. So I've always found awesome deals that way. So that's another way to save on meat. My fourth way to save on meat is with Catalinas. And I spoke about this yesterday when we talked about Catalina offers. I will do Catalina offers. And if you're not sure what Catalinas are, make sure you check out my video from yesterday. We talked a lot about that. But I'll save my Catalina coupons and I'll use them to pay for my meat. Now, that's not actually a savings on meat, but it's keeping my out-of-pocket low. So I love doing that. And then coupling it with coupons on meat and manager specials, it's an extra, you know, savings there. But the one way that it is an awesome way to save money with Catalinas is when I do those gift card Catalinas that I spoke about yesterday. Again, take a look at the video yesterday if you didn't hear me talk about that. But gift card Catalinas, I would have spent that money, whether it was on gas cards or a store I was already going to shop at, or whatever the Catalina happens to be at that time for the gift cards. I'll buy those gift cards that I had money budgeted for already, and I'm getting like $10 or whatever the Catalina offer is at the time. I'm getting that back. It's like free money at the grocery store. And if I can do it multiple times in 1 week, I will. So I always make sure I know when these Catalina offers are happening, these gift card Catalina offers, and I'll save my money and I'll use them to buy these gift cards, and I'll walk out with like maybe $50 worth of free Catalinas to use. And guess what I use them on? Meat. I mean, hello, it's like awesome. So it's like getting $50 worth of free meat. I do this like every single November, December, when they have the best Catalina offers for gift cards. And then I stock up on a whole bunch of meat, and I love doing that. So that's another way to save money. My fifth way is kind of not really out of the box, but it's really just to cut down on meat. And I've learned to do that over the years now. We make about 2 meals each week that are meatless, with beans and whatever, other quinoa and things like that we'll use instead of actually having to use meat. So it extends my the meat that I've already purchased at discounted prices, manager specials, etc. So that's another way to save on your meat. Another thing to keep in mind is, we have produce that's in season. Obviously, peaches are not in season in January, just like produce. We have meat in season. It's not really in season, but they have sales that coincide with the time of year. So what do you have on sale? Great prices in November and December. Turkeys. So that is the time to stock up. Buy, a lot of stores give them away free, and you can get those as well. But if they're only like 99 cents a pound, grab extra, and you can use them throughout the year. So just don't buy one of them, buy a few of them. During May, you're going to start seeing more sales on things like flank steak. Well, flank steak doesn't always go on sale, but like London broil, you'll see those sales, $1.99 a pound in my area, versus what they are maybe $3.49 a pound. So that's a great, Ashley's saying no need to text Target anymore. It's in the app now. So if you don't have the app, you can still text, but it's in the app. You can use it that way. So make sure you use that Target coupon. It's a great one. Anyway, so make sure you know those times of year, and that's the time for you to stock up when you have those sales. So know your seasonal meat sales. One of my last things to talk about is thinking a little bit outside the box. And this is not for everybody, but a lot of people enjoy doing this, and that is buying half a cow or half a pig or whatever that is. And I know some people are like, well, what am I going to do with all that food? But you can do it with family and friends, and it's a great way to save on better cuts of meat, and more organic or grass-fed if you're interested in that. And I recommend, if you're not sure how to go about doing it or where to do it even, there are 2 sites that you can go to. One of them is, I wrote this down, eatwild.com, and the other one is localharvest.com. So if you go to those 2 sites, especially the eatwild.com, they will be able to tell you in your area places that you can call and find out about buying half a cow, or half of whatever you want to buy, or whole, even if you have a lot of people that you can split it with. But that's a great way. A lot of people enjoy that. Obviously, you need freezer space, and it is a big chunk of money up front, but it's worth it in the long run. So those are my tips on how to save on meat, and I'm going to look through and moo oink. I'm going to look through and see if you guys have any questions. Let me know. Can you post the number to text the meat? Yes, that was text meat to 827-438. Megan, if you can write that down on the on there as well. Oh, Melinda's here from Jamaica. Hi, Melinda. Melinda works for us, and she is actually on a mission trip, so we wish her well there. Ohio meat tracking prices. Let's see what that is. Oh, there's a whole bunch of information. That's good information. Thank you for sharing that, Deanna. Next week, assorted bone-in pork chops are 99 cents a pound at ShopRite. That would work great with the pork coupon. Perfect. Yes. So if you didn't print that pork coupon, make sure you're printing it because that's a good deal. Thank you, Susan, for sharing that. So the number is Target. Yes, actually the number is Target. So if you use it on your phone, just look for Target, but it's 827-438. So I hope that helps you guys, gives you some tips on how to stay. I need to stop watching on my phone, people. They keep calling you while you're trying to watch. Tell them you're very busy watching me talk and yak and yak and yak. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope those tips help you out. And tomorrow we are going to be talking about how to shop at Aldi. So if you've never shopped at Aldi and you'd like to start, I'll give you some tips because there's some things that you should know before you head in there. Nothing like earth-shattering, but some things I wish I knew when I first went in. So we'll talk about that tomorrow, and we'll be here live again in my house. You're coming into my home while I talk to you. We'll be here live tomorrow, talking about how to shop at Aldi. So I hope you guys have a great couponing day and stay warm, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.